Start. On June 9, sources in the Indian Army said Indian and Chinese troops began a partial disengagement from some of the standoff points along the line of actual control within bracket LAC in eastern Ladakh, which has seen tensions since early May. Stop. That was the first official confirmation that there were ongoing multiple standoffs along the LAC. Stop para. The government has come under fire from the opposition for its silence on the month-long standoffs. Stop. Within quote, the Chinese have walked in and taken our territory in Ladakh. Quotation close. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi tweeted on June 10. Stop. Within quote, meanwhile, the PM is absolutely silent and has vanished from the scene. Stop. Quotation close. Para. The picture that emerged on June 9 indicated we are at the beginning of the process to resolve the situation and not at the end. Stop. Both sides have agreed on a broad plan to defuse 4 of the 5 points of discord. Stop. The situation at the 5th Pangong Lake within bracket in photo remains uncertain, as also in Galwan Valley and North Sikkim. Stop. At Pangong Show, the Chinese have entrenched their positions with tents and remain on India's side of the LAC. Stop. There is a major point of difference which will not be easy to resolve. Stop para. The pattern of resolution of past standoffs underlines the key role played by quiet diplomacy in unlocking complicated standoff situations. Stop. Both the United Progressive Alliance within bracket UPA and National Democratic Alliance within bracket NDA governments have followed an approach that has coupled quiet diplomacy with a strong military posture, while at the same time allowing the adversary a way out. Stop. This has been the broad strategy in dealing with challenges from China across the LAC. Stop. And this strategy has generally worked. Stop para. Consider 2013 when Chinese troops pitched tents on India's side of the LAC on the Depsang Plains, similar to Pangong Tso. Stop. The UPA government was under fire both for being weak on China and for its reticence. Stop. Former National Security Advisor Shivsankar Menon recently explained how the standoff was resolved. Stop. While the government was being publicly attacked for doing nothing, it had privately conveyed to China that if the standoff did not end, an upcoming visit by Premier Li Keqiang would be off. Stop. If that demand had been made public at the time, China would have only dug in its heels, even if the government may have won the headlines of the day. Stop. Within quote, the key to arriving at a successful outcome, quotation close, Mr. Menon wrote in Choices, colon, inside the making of India's foreign policy, within quote, was keeping public rhetoric calm and steady, displaying strength and giving the adversary a way out, which was our preferred solution. Stop. Quotation close para. The NDA government adopted a similar strategy during the 2014 standoff at Chumar, which coincided with President Xi Jinping's visit to India. Stop. Prime Minister Narendra Modi then was criticized by the opposition for sitting on a swing with Mr. Zai in Gujarat while Chinese troops had crossed the LAC. Stop. Mr. Zai's visit went ahead while India quietly but forcefully stopped the Chinese road building and deployed 2,500 soldiers, outnumbering the People's Liberation Army within bracket PLA. Stop. The PLA withdrew, and as then Northern Army Commander Lieutenant General D.S. Huda within bracket retired explained recently, both sides disengaged and followed a moratorium into patrolling into contested areas, which was observed for many months thereafter. Stop para. If the government had publicly announced in 2014 it was following a moratorium on patrolling up to India's LAC to ease tensions, there would have likely been an uproar, just as there was in 2013 after Depsang. Stop. Then Mr. Modi, who was the Gujarat Chief Minister, slammed the government, asking at the time, within quote, what are the reasons we have pulled back from our own land? Question mark, quotation close. Ultimately, in both cases, the objective was achieved. Stop. China, faced with firm resistance, was prevented from changing the status quo. Stop para. In 2017, the government came under particularly intense fire because it stayed studiously silent through a 72-day standoff at Doklam amid a barrage of threats from Beijing. Stop. Indian troops crossed over into Bhutan to stop a Chinese road construction on territory India sees as Bhutanese but China claims. Stop. By extending the road, India argued China was unilaterally altering the India-Bhutan-China trajunction. Stop. Beijing demanded an unconditional withdrawal. Stop. When both finally disengaged, neither divulged the terms. Stop. It would later emerge that the deal struck involved India withdrawing first. Stop. China then stopped construction and the status quo at the face of site was restored. Stop para. Politics over border standoffs is not new. Stop. One only needs to go back to the intense public debates in the early 1960s. Stop. The opposition and the media are certainly right to hold the government to account. Stop. Indeed, neither the opposition nor the media would be doing its job if they were not. Stop. As Mr. Modi's comments from 2014 remind us, this is par for the course. Stop. And if questions were not being asked last month, perhaps we may still be in the dark. Stop.